What's up guys, Blackwar here and welcome back to another video. And today we're back on Pro Cycling Manager 2024, the road race of the World Championships. I've uploaded the time trial 2 days ago. I'm now recording this just after the World Championships have been finished. What a race, what a race. I'll discuss more about the race in most likely tomorrow's podcast with a guest. Speaking of podcast, if you haven't seen, I was a guest on Tim Sorsky's podcast. We previewed the World Championships over on this channel. You can also find him on Spotify. I link the podcast down below. But the first link you'll see in the video is the link of this database because, as some of you might know, it is impossible to create a start list for a World Championships. You have to create a database. And my boy Flynn, or F Cross, pulled through and delivered this amazing database. We've got every kit for the nations, and then you have mixed nations with different kits. But yeah, just stupendous work. He's done bits. And yeah, we're going to take the results of what happened in the poll, and the poll had Marc Hirschi as your pick for the race. Had Switzerland as your pick for the race. So Marc Hirschi it is for 258 kilometers around the Autodromo di Imola. All right, and we're on the way. I have not raced on this parkour ever. I really do not know what to expect, but it is a very tough course. I've seen it firsthand with today's race, which I have to say I really, really underestimated the parkour. I really did. Turns out it was tougher than than I had planned. But yeah, we've got our riders at the front. Our team is Michael Scher, Sylvain Dillier, Marc Hirschi as our leader. Obviously, 0 for him today. A bit disappointing. Would have expected maybe a bit more to try and challenge for the win. We'll see how everything can go. We've got Simon Pelot as well. Michael Albacini for his final ever race, and finally Enrico Gasparotto. And Simon Pelot has crashed. Stonks. Kwiatkowski's down as well. All right, who's withdrawing out of them lot? Is it Pelot? No, no one. Ah, two withdrawals. Guillaume Martin and Thomas Bayer have withdrawn. That's a big L. That's a big L. Kwiatkowski is down as well. I'm expecting Polish riders to wait there. Good. You've got Maciej Pieteski and Kamil Maleki. Okay. Thank you, game, for interrupting me during my intro. I really appreciate it. But no, we've got, as I said, a final rider in the team was Enrico Gasparotto for his first race, I believe, under the Swiss flag. And yeah, we've got a 6-man breakaway. Peter Venning, Vegard Stecklangen, Luke Pebernek, Nelson Oliveira, Ben Gastauer, and Dimitri Gruzdev. By the way, you can see that the kits might not have been there in the preview screen, I guess. But the kits are well and truly here in the race. You've got Yuri Natarov, for example, wearing the kit of Kazakhstan. I think you've got Mexico in that. You've got Estonia. He's done a stupendous job. My riders are getting dropped already. I need to pay attention to that. But we've done the first 2 hills of this race. One without a name, the other one which is the Mazzolano. And we'll soon cross Cima Galisterna for the first time in this race. 9 laps of this 30-kilometer circuit. But as you can see, you've got the entire start list in of today's race. All the teams with 10 riders, those 7 and them 3. Wait, Poland doesn't have a team as like a defined team. They have to be called UCI. Okay, I didn't know that. Same for, I think that's North America technically. But yeah, a lot of riders have been mixed. For example, Yuki Arashiro, who's riding under the Japanese team, with the Japanese colors, obviously represents UCI 8. Tom Jones, who was one of my favorites for today's race. Again, if you've listened to the podcast, you would know about that. You would have heard my predictions. I won't tell you if they were right or wrong, because I mean we'll talk about that tomorrow on Wheel Suckers. But yeah, for now, 210 kilometers to go. 5 riders at the front. Luke Pebernek is the only rider that has managed to bridge up to the group ahead. Not sure he'll be able to do so. It seems to be a very long day ahead for the rider of Bahrain McLaren. Right, we've crossed the halfway mark of this race. We've got a few riders dropped, still a 5-man group at the front with a 3-minute 10 lead. But we've lost Tsortake, sorry, from Greece. Fisher Black, Finn Fisher Black, I think he's a Yombo rider or Yombo reserve for New Zealand. Prus for Estonia and Nekrasov for Russia. Russia coming with a very interesting team on this race. One that I can't really understand, but Russia will do Russia things, or Russian things, I guess. For now, there is just 110 kilometers left, just shy of 110 actually, and well, I mean the breakaway is within range of the peloton, or the peloton is within range of the breakaway. Makes more sense in that way. And I feel like everything will be yet to play for when the final lap begins. There's been a break. There has been a break. And in that break, we see a lot of riders who could potentially fight for the win. Colombia has been in that group with the likes of Miguel Angel Lopez, Sergio Higuita. The USA team is there with Lawson Craddock and Seb Kuss. Potentially Michael Woods. I'm seeing a lot of riders from Canada. Nope, Michael Woods is in the first group. All right, but there's 78 riders currently behind the main group. The likes of Sergio Higuita, Greg Van Avermaet, the Olympic champion, has been co-op in that break. Pio Bilbao, Esteban Chavez, Ruben Guerrero, Mikel Valgren, probably the most useful teammate for Jakob Fuglsang. Nevertheless, this team, this group, sorry, should come back under the impulsion of Nikas Arndt and John Degenkolb. Although Maximilian Schachmann is still in the leading group, so I don't really know who they're bringing back or who they plan to bring back. Interesting, very interesting. Gasparotto is the only rider from our side to get co-op in that break. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really care about Gasparotto, so he'll do his thing. If he can come back, then that's great. If he doesn't, it's not a big loss. Right, things are really getting a bit heaty in here. Heat, is that a word? I don't know. A bit warm in it, because Van Avermaet got dropped again. Jasper Stuyven, Dan Martinez, but Jolly, who some people had as the favorite. There's only 50 riders left. The group is getting slimmer and slimmer by the second every time we cross the Cimagari Sterna. The peloton really struggles to stay in one group. For now, though, Marc Hirschi is not showing any signs of weakness. However, I feel like we'll have to change his protection, because Michael Albacene has been doing that for about 210 kilometers with very, very decent results. But Michael is now gone, and yeah, he'll be happy to have worked like that for his final day. Tige Benoît in final place of this group with Brambia, and podium finisher of the Tour de France, Richie Porte. There's only 2 riders left at the front of the race: Nelson Oliveira for Portugal and Pieter Venning for the Netherlands. The Netherlands without Mathieu van der Poel on this race. What I was somewhat skeptical about has happened. We only have Michael Scher in the group with Marc Hirschi now, which is not exactly ideal. I would have liked to keep like a Sylvain Dillier or a Simon Pelot until at least the end of the Cimagari Sterna. That could have been good to have at least 2 guys with Marc in case there's an incident or something. It just would have made my day much, much easier. The 2 riders from Latvia here, Chris Nilans and Tom Schoens. Big up to them. Vincenzo Nibali. Nibbles is out. Vincenzo Nibali will not be winning the World Championships today, as he gets dropped alongside Tour de France stage winner Nance Peters. Rudy Mollard and Sam Oomen are doing the same. Tom Schoens dropped as well. Marc Hirschi and Michael Scher for now holding on very nicely because of under the rhythm of Primož Roglic. Julien Alaphilippe maybe going for a move. I don't know. I saw him potentially attacking. Maybe he was just replacing himself. I don't know. But 23 riders left. To see Michael Scher still present in this group is an achievement. And what a big one it is. What a big one. Oliver Nazen still present here. Michael Brambia? No, Gianluca Brambia, sorry. Okay. All right. 32 kilometers. One more lap of this circuit. And we're going to approach Mazzolano for the final time today. Michael Scher well and truly protecting Marc Hirschi in the first little hill preceding the Mazzolano. We're going to make sure that we stay at the front. I don't want to get caught up in any kind of group or whatsoever. Is that Simon Clark pacing potentially for Michael Matthews? Yes, it is. Tadej Pogacar, the winner of the Tour de France, on the right-hand side of the road. Simon Clark has stopped it is now Primož Roglic working for Tadej Pogačar, the two Slovenians, trying to maybe go into a break or something. I don't know. It doesn't look like they do, which is great for me. Is Wout van Aert still there? Hold up. Tim Wellens, Nazen. Yeah, so Van Aert. But Van Aert appears to be working. He's in 3rd place. Or attacking. Attack from Wout van Aert. Attack by Wout van Aert. Marc Hirschi directly in the wheel. Valverde, Pogačar, Schachmann, Matthews, Kwiatkowski, Julian Alaphilippe, Rigoberto Urán, Jakob Fuglsang all follow the rhythm of Wout van Aert. Okay. It's the first move made by a leader, and it is number 31 from Belgium. Counter-attacks here. We're going to try and follow Michael Matthews. Maybe not the best choice, as Michael Matthews won't be the best rider when it comes to hills. But it looks like we're going to be holding on in the wheels. 16 kilometers to go. We've got that downhill portion, and then we're going to climb the Cima Galisterna for the final time today. 9.7% average gradient, 15 at its max for 1.3 kilometer. Come on. Come on, Marc Hirschi. One rider in the lead. That's Tadej Pogačar. Oh, wow. I hadn't seen that. I had not seen that. And Valverde chases him. Alejandro Valverde goes. Yeah, we may need to do something in it. Van Aert goes on the rail. Though, is no one going to follow? Oh, and they follow me. They're dickheads. They're actually dickheads. We're going to follow Michal Kwiatkowski. Valverde counter-attacked in the leading group. Valverde, Pogačar, Van Aert. Behind, we've got Michael Matthews, Kwiatkowski, Marc Hirschi, Schachmann, Fuglsang, Alaphilippe, Urán, Dumoulin, and Michael Woods have exploded. What an attack by Michal Kwiatkowski. Jakob Fuglsang trying to chase the 3 leaders. I'm not sure we're going to be able to catch them, you know. We're going to try and pace. But I feel like the win is for one of these 3 guys. And if it's the case, I think Wout van Aert has it in the bag. I feel like Wout van Aert has this in the bag. I should have followed the first move. I didn't think I'd have to, but I really should have. 8 seconds for the leading group. They're not relaying each other. They are not relaying each other. Jakob Fuglsang is going to come back in the leading group with 5 kilometers left. It's going to be a 4-man battle, a 4-way battle for 3 medals. Valverde, already world champion, Wout van Aert, Jakob Fuglsang, and Tadej Pogačar. 2.9k for the chasers. We're going to take the wheel of Alaphilippe, or Schachmann actually. Can we come back? It depends if they're going to launch early or not. We're going to have to launch early. I'm going to have to launch early. But the win, the world champion, Wout van Aert wins for Belgium ahead of Alejandro Valverde, Tadej Pogačar, Jakob Fuglsang, Michael Matthews, Maxi Schachmann, Alaphilippe, Michal Kwiatkowski. No, Marc Hirschi, Michal Kwiatkowski, Rigoberto Urán in 10th position. We come home in 8th place. I'm a bit disappointed. I feel like I should have followed the first move of Pogačar and Valverde, but when I did, everyone was chasing me down, and I didn't feel like it was something I was I didn't think I'd come out victorious in that situation. I'd just lose my energy and get countered. Turns out I probably should have at least attempted to continue the attack, because we end up in 8th place. Michael Scher rounds up the top 20. But Wout van Aert, after having an incredible Tour de France, after winning San Remo, winning the Strade Bianche, is the 2020 world champion. He was, without a shadow of a doubt, the fastest rider in the finale of this race. It leads us to wonder why someone like Fuglsang, Pogačar, or Valverde would actually pace with Wout van Aert, but the Belgian stepping up to his status and his #1 jersey, representing Belgium, winning the World Championships for the first time since Philippe Gilbert, edging Alejandro Valverde and Tadej Pogačar, I believe, for 3rd, or was it Fuglsang? I cannot remember. But yeah, it's a win for Wout van Aert and a World Championship for the Jumbo-Visma team. I mean, as I said, I could have done a bit better had I followed Valverde and Pogačar. But the fact that when I did, I got countered, I didn't feel confident just pacing. And then it was just a question of whether we could hold on to someone like Kwiatkowski in the Cima. He did attack. The riders at the front, though, did not crack under pressure, and maintain that 15-20 second gap that they had until the line. Wout van Aert winning for Belgium, as I said, ahead of Valverde and Tadej Pogacar. Michael Matthews rounds up our group in 5th place, being the fastest sprinter here, and it follows the hierarchy actually, because Michael Matthews has 76 sprints, Schachmann 71, Alaphilippe 71, Marc Hirschi 69, and Kwiatkowski 69. Rigoberto Urán 67, coming home in 10th position. Haven't seen much of him actually. I completely forgot he was still with us, but it's 10th place for him. 12th place for Michael Woods, 15th for Valentin Madouas, 20th place for Michael Scher. I think he'll be happy with that. But I'm a bit disappointed. There's no Italians whatsoever in the top 20, which is a bit odd. But the leaders answering to their call. Everyone, I think, in this top 10 was someone that was predicted to win. So PCM was somewhat realistic for once. But I do hope you have enjoyed this video. I also hope you've enjoyed the World Championships. I will make a video. So as I said, I'll make the podcast reviewing the race tomorrow, most likely. You should also have a Make Julien Alaphilippe World Champion, while I do the same parcours with France. Try to win with Julien, as I did last season with Mats Pedersen. Although granted, it should be a bit more easier this time around for me to win, because Mats Pedersen was actually challenging. Julien Alaphilippe was the main favorite potentially to win today, and he actually won in real life. Whoa, man. But yeah, I've been talking for way too long. I shall see you in the very near future. Make sure that you follow me on my social medias. Make sure that you subscribe, to the database. First link in the description. Big shout out to Flynn again. But my name has been Blackwar. It has been an absolute pleasure talking to you guys. Have a great day, and goodbye.
Pull up in the gold, I'm leading. But them other man need feeding. I don't wanna go Bombay. Them I don't know what I do when I go from Beeling. Leading the pack in black and I'm on with a bat. Snapping with a phone and die. Boss up a man with a duster. Put him in the drip and sip blockbuster.